Dear students, in today's class we discuss fertility and fertility rates, that is measures of fertility. What is fertility? Fertility refers to the births occurring to women of childbearing age. That is births occurring to women of a childbearing age. What is this childbearing age here? Childbearing age refers to the age of females between 15 and 49 years. That is, the woman of the age group between 15 years to 49 years will give birth to the babies, and this age is referred as a childbearing age, and this is also called as germination period. And this fertility studies the births occurring to women of childbearing age. And next comes fecundity. Fecundity refers to the capacity of woman to bear children. So that is maximum to how many children a woman will give birth. That is referred as fecundity. So it tells it is the maximum fertility level that can be attained. And this fertility, germination period or childbearing age, fecundity, these terms may come for 1 mark or 2 mark questions in the exam. Next comes measures of fertility. There are 4 measures of fertility. First one is crude birth rate. Second one, general fertility rate. Third one, age specific fertility rate. And fourth one, total fertility rate. These 4 measures we'll discuss one by one. First one, crude birth rate. Crude birth rate. The term crude indicates raw or kacha, means no separated, not segregated. It includes everything which may be usable or non-usable, everything. So here, as the term crude indicates not separated, when it comes to the population, so we all know only females of childbearing age will give birth to the babies, and male population and also other than childbearing age females will not give birth. So in this calculation of CBR, we include entire population irrespective of their gender and age. So it is called as a crude birth rate. So it consider both male, female of all age group. And it is defined as the average number of live births occurring to 1000 individuals in a year. So here, per 1000 individuals. So it may be male or female, both individuals we refer here. And live births. Live births means the baby which took birth alive, and it survives or it may not survive. It may die after taking birth also, but when it born alive, it is considered as a live birth. And if a baby took birth after dying in the womb of mother itself, that is referred as stillbirth. And in calculation of crude birth rate and also other fertility measures, we don't consider stillbirths. We ignore stillbirths here. And per 1000 individuals, we count how many live births. For example, if a location has 1000 people, how many live births took place in that location? We count them and tell. Suppose 100 live births took place. So 1000 is the population. Then we tell CBR is 1000. If the population is 1 lakh and any number of live births took place, then we use the following formula, which is arrived from the definition itself, that is CBR is equal to number of live births in a year divided by average population in the year into 1000. So here live births already we discussed, we ignore stillbirths and we count the laborers and we take here. Then average population in the year. So average population means here, already we discussed the population in last class. So calculation of population, the formula is PT is equal to P naught plus births minus deaths plus immigrants minus emigrants. In that formula, PT indicates population at the end of the year and P naught indicates population in the beginning of the year. So we add both and we take average of these two population as a average population in the year. And remember one thing, in simple calculation for 2 marks, directly they will give average population, and if they give two separate population in the beginning and at the end, then take average of both. If they don't mention anything, then consider it as a average population and calculate crude birth rate. And it may be, the formula may be written as a CBR is equal to B divided by P into 1000. But remember one thing, in exams, if you write B divided by P into 1000, don't forget to write the abbreviations of both the term B and P. And next comes merits and demerits. What are the merits? So first merit is, it is simple to understand and easy to calculate. So here its calculation is very simple and easy. So as just we count the population irrespective of gender and all. So we go on counting the population of a location and laborers and we calculate. So it's very easy and simple. Then it does not need detailed information. So we don't need how many females are there, how many males are there, how many childbearing age females are there. We don't need them all. So if we just have information of total population and laborers, we can calculate here, not necessary to get detailed information. And third one is, it indicates the rate of growth of population due to laborers. So here growth of population means whether population will increase in the future or not. That is indicated by this CBR. How? Suppose the previous year CBR is 100. That indicates 1000 individuals will give birth to 100 people. And the current year CBR is 150. That indicates every 1000 individuals will give birth to 150 persons, children. So that means here compared to last year, this year population is increased by 50. That is, if you tell in the percentages, 50% increased. So that indicates population is growing. So like that here, rate of growth population will be determined by the CBR also. And next, demerits. It ignores the age and sex composition of the population. That means here, as already we discussed while discussing the definition, CBR ignores both age and gender composition. As we know, only females of childbearing age will give birth. It ignores that completely. And second one, it takes both men and women population into consideration. So, as I said, only women of childbearing age will give birth. So it ignores that and it takes into account both men and women, where men are not giving birth, and it gives false rate. So it is a demerit. And third demerit is, it cannot be used to compare birth rate of two or more populations. So this CBR cannot be used to compare with other locations birth rate, because the age and gender composition will be differ from one place to another place. If you take example of India and China, though India and China's population are almost equal, but when it comes to gender composition and age composition, they are different. Whereas in China, more old age people are there, and in India, more young people, working population is more in India. So we cannot compare just with help of CBR here. And here even male and female composition, that is also differs. Dear students, in previous class we discussed crude birth rate, that is the average number of live births occurring to 1000 individuals, and also we discussed the merits and demerits there. The main demerits are it doesn't consider gender composition as well as age composition. So you all know only females of a childbearing age group will give birth to children, and crude birth rate considers all, each and every human being living in the community. So by overcoming that limitation, another fertility rate is given by the statisticians, that is general fertility rate. What is this general fertility rate? So it is defined as the average number of live births occurring to 1000 women of childbearing age in a year. So they particularly mentioned here average number of live births occurring to 1000 women of childbearing age, that is the woman who comes under the age group between 15 to 49 year, they are considered in calculation of this fertility rate. And the formula is GFR is equal to number of live births during a year divided by total number of women of childbearing age in the year into 1000. So here, as the formula and the definition both gives here, we take all the live births. Again, I remind you that we don't consider stillbirths here, only live births. So total number of live births occur during the year divided by total number of women of childbearing age in the year. That is, women of the age group between 15 to 49 years are counted and taken here. And in short, the formula is B divided by summation 15 to 49 female population. Summation of female population between the age group 15 to 49 into 1000. So into 1000 indicates here. Again here we are counting the birth rate per thousand. Per thousand human being, how many children are taking birth. Okay, now we'll discuss merits and demerits of the GFR. First one is, it is simple to understand and easy to calculate. So there is no much difficulty here. If you just get live births and female population of childbearing age, we can calculate it easily. And it considers only female population of the childbearing age. So one of the advantage is it considers only female population. So those who are giving birth to the children, we are considering them only. So there is no mixture here. Then third one is, it considers the sex composition of the population and also the age composition to a certain extent. So here it considers gender, male and female. So it segregates the population and it take only females. Again, females of the age group who comes under the childbearing age, so that we can accurately determine the birth rate here. And demerits are, it does not consider age composition in the childbearing age. That means here it considers the age composition. In merit also we said to a certain extent. Age composition to a certain extent. What is that to a certain extent? We consider total females who comes under the age group between 15 to 49, but we don't separate them here. That is 15 year, 16 year, 17 year till 49 year. We don't count individually. So for a particular, or maybe the groups like 15 to 19 year age, 20 to 24 year, like that also we don't count here. Just we take entire total female population, so that we don't come to know among which group or which age group of females are giving more births, that we doesn't come to know here. So here they said it considers to a certain extent that it cannot compare fertility rates, it does not consider age composition in the childbearing age. So we don't divide and count here. And second demerit is it cannot be used to compare fertility rates of two or more populations. So here it is that GFR is not used to compare with two or more populations. Only we can compare with our own population. Last year what is the GFR and this year what is the GFR, that we can do, but we cannot compare with other localities because it considers entire female population. It may be the same age group of females may not give birth, or maybe in different countries females who are older age, they may also give birth. And compared to village, in village early marriages will happen, and females who are less than 25-year-old, they may have more than 2 children also. And when we come to city, here marriages will be very late. Females of 25 years may not give birth to any children. After 25 years there may be more children. So here it is not possible to compare with both localities, even cities and rural areas. So this fertility rate cannot be used to compare with another location. And third demerit is it does not indicate rate of growth of population due to births because it is based on a part of the population only. So this point tells that as GFR is based on a part of population, that is only female populations of childbearing age group, so it doesn't consider entire population, so it cannot tell what is the rate of growth, that is whether population is increasing or decreasing. It doesn't tell regarding that. Dear students, in last class we discussed general fertility rate, and general fertility rate which considers only females of childbearing age group and which gives accurate result. But the demerit is it considers age composition up to a certain extent. It take entire population of childbearing age group, but it does not divide it in age groups or individual age. So by overcoming that, they have given another fertility rate, that is age specific fertility rate. What is it? Age specific fertility rate. So in the age specific fertility rate, we can calculate and find the fertility rate for a specific age or age group in a year. That is for 20 year also we can identify fertility rate, or maybe 20 to 25 years group also we can identify the fertility rate. So it is defined as the average number of live births occurring to 1000 women population of a specific age group in a year. That is 1000 women population of a specific age group. Specific, what is this specific? They are not mentioned here, childbearing age group. So in a childbearing age group, to a particular age females or a age group, we can calculate ASFR. By definition, the formula is ASFR is equal to number of live births in a specific age group in a year divided by total number of females in that particular age group in a year into 1000. So it is a general formula for ASFR. If you take particular age group for calculation of ASFR, then the formula will be modified as given here for age group 20 to 29. ASFR for age group 20 to 29 tells that number of live births to female in the age group 20 to 29 in a year divided by total number of females in the age group 20 to 29 in a year. So if we are calculating ASFR for the females of age group 20 to 29, that age group for total females and the babies took birth to that age group females is taken into account here in 2000, so that we can tell the rate in the form of per thousand. And here if 5 years group are given, that is 15 to 19 year, 20 to 24 year, 25 to 29 year, 30 to 34 year, 35 to 39 year, 40 to 44 year and 45 to 49 year, total 7 age groups of 5 years width. That is, here don't deduct 19 minus 15 is equal to 4. That is wrong. So in this span it is an inclusive type of class interval. So 19 year also is included in this. So the width is 5 years. That is 15 year also included in the group and 19 year also included in the group. Total 5 years age group are comes under in each age group. So total 7 age group we get, and these are called as quinquennial ASFRs. If you calculate ASFR for each of these age group, there that is called as quinquennial ASFR. And what are the merits? First merit is it is simple to understand and easy to calculate. So as you know, live births of a particular age group and female population of that age group we take, there is no much difficulty in it, so it is easy to calculate. Also it is used in the computation of total fertility rate. So total fertility rate, that is next topic yet to discuss. So that means here this ASFR is used in calculating further calculation in the statistics in this chapter, and it can be used for comparison of fertility among the age group in the same population. So that here the same population in the same location, we can compare with a different age group ASFR. That is, suppose if you want to know what is the fertility rate in the age group 15 to 19 and we want to compare with that of 20 to 24 year age group, we can compare for the same population again, but we cannot compare with other location. And fourth merit is it considers both age and sex composition of the population. That it considers both age, that is each age group we consider here 15 to 49, that is divided by 7 groups, 15 to 19, 20 to 24, like that. And also only female population we consider here. So here both gender and age are taken into account. And the demerits are it cannot be used for comparison of fertility of different populations. So here this ASFR cannot be used to compare with other locations. It doesn't allow that, because as I said while discussing the definition itself, that is the age group wise their fertility rate will be different. We cannot compare. We can compare when everything is same in two different locations. So here we cannot compare them. And the second demerit is it does not indicate the growth of population due to birth. So here it also does not indicate that whether population is increased or decreased. Just we can calculate and we can compare with the different age group in the same location's population. So this is all about the ASFR. Dear students, in previous classes we discussed crude birth rate, which is raw, which considers both men and woman population without any age. And next, that is also we discussed in that CDR that male will not give birth to children. Then also it is considered in calculation of crude birth rate. By overcoming that demerit, we discussed the second fertility rate, that is GFR, general fertility rate. So which considers female populations of childbearing age. But there is also another demerit here, that is it considers females of childbearing age but it does not divide them. It take total females of childbearing age into account. So by overcoming that demerit, we discussed another fertility rate, that is age specific fertility rate, which considered both gender and age composition, so that there we can calculate individual age specific fertility rate, that is for each age group, 15 years, 16 years, 17 years, like that. And also we can calculate ASFR for a particular age group, that is 15 to 19 year, 20 to 24 year, like that. That is called as a quinquennial ASFR. And we also discussed in the merits, second merit tells that the ASFRs are used in calculating TFR, that is total fertility rates. So what is this total fertility rate? So total fertility rate is defined as sum total of annual age specific fertility rate. So here leave sum total of annual. What is age specific fertility? That is ASFR. So the definition indicates here we calculate ASFR for each age, that is 15 years to 49 years we calculate ASFR, and we add them all. The total of all each 35 ASFRs is TFR. That is given by the formula here in chart. That is TFR is equal to summation of I is equal to 15 to 49 ASFR, where I referred as a age. That is for each 15 year ASFR, 16 year ASFR till 49th year ASFR we calculate and we add them and then we get ASFR. But in the busiest schedule of life, it is difficult to calculate 35 years. Difficult means here person don't have that much time, so he could wait for calculating all 35 years. So to make it short, we use another formula. If we calculate each age group's ASFR, and we call it in short as a summation of annual ASFRs. By avoiding that, to make it short, we use another formula by making the groups, that is already we discussed quinquennial ASFR. So for quinquennial means here 5 years age group, so 7 age group total. So 5 is the width here. So by considering that we calculate, we have another formula. So that is TFR is equal to 5 into summation quinquennial ASFR. So 5 is width of the class here and total 7 classes we get here. You should remember that 5 into summation quinquennial ASFR. 5 is the width of the class. I am repeating it. 5 is width of the class, and in the same manner 7 classes will be given to you with 5 width, because in next coming formulas also we get similar kind of formula where 5 will not be there. So 5 into quinquennial ASFR. So here it is TFR. So TFR, if you divide it by 1000, so it gives average number of children born in lifetime to one woman. That is per woman. That a single woman to how many children she will give birth during her lifetime we get. So this TFR indicates 1000 women to how many children they will give birth. If you divide it by 1000, we get single woman will give birth to how many children during her lifespan. That is till her fertility age, 15 to 49 years. Then the average number of children per woman of childbearing age in India in 2011 was 2.4 per woman. That is, in India in 2011, every single woman of childbearing age is giving birth to 2.4 children. That means here every woman, single woman, will give birth to 2.4 children. And if you take 10 women will give birth to 24 children in simple words, and which varies from 2.8 in rural areas to 1.9 in urban areas. So that 2.4 is the average figure, whereas it taken from, if you divide it into rural and urban areas, in rural areas every single woman is giving birth to 2.8 children, whereas in urban areas every single woman is giving birth to 1.9 children. That is approximately 2 children we can say in urban areas and 3 children we can say in rural areas. So that is the variation you can see here. And whereas in Karnataka it was 2.0 per woman. That is, in Karnataka every single woman is giving birth to 2 children, which varies from 2.1 in rural areas to 1.7 in urban areas. So in rural areas every woman is giving birth to 2.1 children. That is, 10 women are giving birth to 21 children, whereas in urban cities 10 women are giving to 17 children. That is 1.7 children per woman. So then the merits of TFR are: first one is, it is used for comparing the fertility rates of different populations. So dear students, here you can refer this first merit. It is not simple to calculate, easy to understand. Okay, so this merit may be asked in exam for 1 or 2 marks. So don't make a mistake here by writing it is easy to calculate. Here that is not the case. Here we calculate first ASFR, then we take sum total of those ASFRs, then we get it. It is not that easy. So they are not mentioned here, and by writing that, don't lose the marks in exams. So first merit is, it is used for comparing the fertility rates of different populations. That is, for different locations we can compare. For different nations also we can compare. We can compare Karnataka fertility rate with Maharashtra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and all, and also we can compare the Indian TFR with our neighboring countries, China, Pakistan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and even with America, England, any country. We can use this TFR to compare with the population of other nations. And second merit is, it gives due weightage to age composition. So here, as we discussed the definition, we can calculate individual age ASFR. Also we can calculate quinquennial ASFR, and sum total of that is the TFR. So here it gives very much importance to age. Then it considers only female population of a childbearing age. So one more main point which we should consider here is, it considers female populations of childbearing age only. So other non-productive human beings are left here. Next demerits are, it does not indicate the rate of growth of population due to births. So it doesn't tell. We can compare with other nation also, but that doesn't tell what is the rate of growth of population, whether population will increase in future or decrease in future, or whether population comparing to last year, whether it is increased or not, that it doesn't tell. And second demerit is, it is based on an assumption that all women survive throughout the childbearing age. So it assumes that the woman of childbearing age, it may be 15-year female, 16-year, or maybe who comes under any age group. So it assumes that she will live till her 49th age. It may be possible, it may not be, because human being will die by one, maybe surviving till the age of maybe 60, 70, 80. That is also possible. But few females, because of many reasons, she may die within the 49th year also. Very rarely, less percentage, but that is also possible, which it doesn't consider. So that is the one of the demerit of TFR. So this is all about total fertility rates.